2020, I
That's when he was
followed
going through a separation and he
and
decided
all
to,
that.
Yeah. He decided to, in vengeance, just go and follow every possible woman on Instagram. Very quick.
Pretty much in a week.
We were like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
we were inseparable. Before I sat in his car, he stopped me. He's like, listen, I'm going through separation. You know, I'm like he wanted me to know that this is the truth. If you enter this car, expose that as your decision.
I took time because I was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think about a few months.
As soon as the paper was signed.
No, your family knew way before that.
No, the family knew and all that.
Family
fine.
knew way, like I think
But
within a year of us knowing each
But
other.
we were hiding
Where was the proposal and how was the proposal?
in bed at 7 a.m. in our apartment.
Funny story.
Really?
It's the funniest story because he didn't plan it.
I
He
had
just
planned
did
it, but I had planned it for 2 days later.
I'm in bed, half naked, and I'm just like, what? And he's crying, and he's like, and suddenly he goes down on his knees. So I'm like on the bed, and he's here. And I was like, what is going on? Why is he crying so much? All I hear is, he said a lot of things, jo maine suna nahi because I was blanking out and I was half asleep. And he's like, will you marry me? I heard that. And my reply was, hey?
She had a dream about my mother.
Oh, that. I had a dream.
She
That
had a
was
dream
very...
about my mother. My mother said, you better get married.
No, she...
Our wedding manager, Asa, I was like, चलो क्या कर रहे हो 6 बजे हमने 6 बजे 7 बजे बोला था नहीं 6 बजे करना है 6 बजे करना है and 6 बजे को 10 मिनट बाकी और मैं कच्छे में बैठा हूँ
Which is your favorite moment from the wedding, if
Where-
I may ask?
where I am crying and holding her and crying. It was a moment
I think mine is not walking in.
I couldn't
This
control,
one.
I couldn't
Yeah.
control my
I love
tears.
that.
I couldn't. Much interviews I gave and you know people
People
commenting,
troll.
sure, and trolling or whatever, and commenting about her and my mother, and that's something that really affected me.
And I told him this, that you know what? If people think that I am that woman who can brainwash a 38-year-old guy who has his own
Who's so mature and
who
intelligent.
has lived his own life, who's done his own shit, I am going to come and be like, yeah, तुम ये करो और वो सुन रहा है मतलब
तुम में तो बहुत power है.
मुझ में तो बहुत power है यार.
Sometimes in life, second chances are beautiful. And today I'm sitting with a couple who would completely be a testament to that feeling. It's their first interview on camera for a publication. I'm not a publication anymore, but still, like first interview. And all thanks to madam for doing this. I have to first give you credit because you got it done.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
I
this.
deserve credit.
Welcoming both of you in this episode of Love Unscripted only on Nayansense. How are you feeling? Basically, like I have to tell you that this episode is presented to you by White Look Korean Skincare.
Oh,
by
wow.
the end,
Korean.
yes, by the end of it,
She's obsessed with Korean skincare.
but you might win it also.
But I
Okay, but I mean,
he might win
It's-
it or I win it. It comes to the same house.
This
now.
is-
Yeah, but
it's our marriage in a nutshell.
lovely,
He
lovely.
gets the gift, I use.
Lovely, lovely. We have spoken so much about skincare before cameras roll. We have to do a full session with Prateik. It will be the funniest thing ever. But I want to ask you, when did you guys first speak to each other or meet each other?
Meet each other is different.
Yes.
Yeah.
We met each other through friends. I had a lot of friends who actually knew him way before me and worked with him. I had a couple of people who, and we were kind of in the same group of friends.
We've bumped into each other at parties, but,
Yeah.
but we've never spoken. We've just kind of made
Like
eye
he's
contact.
seen me, I've seen
we never
him.
noticed each other, which is really strange.
And he had always had a
Yeah.
girlfriend. I always was seeing somebody. Like it was, we never spoke
Crossed
to each other.
paths, yeah.
No, we crossed paths, but we
We
never.
crossed paths, but we
spoke.
noticed each other, but we never noticed each other. If
Yeah,
you know what
like,
I mean.
You know, like you see somebody
Yeah.
at a party, you know this person is there, and then you just know of him or her, you know, and that's it.
Yeah.
So that was it, and then
The few times I saw you, you were just screaming, sitting on other girls' laps and just
dancing in Bollywood music.
screaming. She and some her girlfriends sit on each other's laps and screaming.
But
and,
girls do that, right?
screaming on
It's
the
a very,
top
and
of their
also I'm from
voices.
Canada, and we're used to girls are very like touchy with each other.
So for me,
girlfriends,
so,
yeah, lots
so
of
as soon as
PP.
I entered, I said, ah! I'm like, okay, I'm not going there. And then no, but you know what I mean.
Thanks.
No, not because for anything. He was just loud.
Yeah, I was loud. I am loud.
Nothing's-
I'm Bengali, dude. What the?
Nothing's
Exactly, bro.
Nothing's
I'm
changed.
Bengali. Nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
But then they say no, opposites attract.
Yeah.
Possibly that.
He can
Yeah.
be loud, but he can be loud with the right people. He doesn't come across as somebody who'll meet you and like, yo, let's, he's somebody who will like, it takes some time
Yeah.
to, open that gate.
So what was your first impression of each other? Like before you guys like actually spoke to each other? I want
Like
to know.
the first when he saw me going, then?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
The first impression was which I didn't, it didn't really register. It was just like, okay, there's loud girls in that corner. Let's just go that way.
Yeah. That was his first impression.
Mine,
You have to hear this out without giving any names. My first impression was he's the guy. The first time when he was actually spoken about he was the reason for a very close friend's marriage got broken. He was the reason. I'm not going to get into details. He didn't do
no,
anything.
you must get into details
Okay.
because it sounds so bad. on my-
Okay, wait. So that was my first. So I knew this guy existed, through and through friends. Then suddenly one day my friend comes to me and she's like, she's not from India. She was from London and she's like, this person I was talking to, the family suddenly broke the wedding off. She was engaged to somebody and I was like, why? It's like, this film I did with this guy, Prateik. And I did this film which a director friend of ours shot. It was a proper, really good film, but there was one scene in that film. So this family she was getting married to didn't accept actors. So she had to quit acting. Like, luckily, thanks to him, she's not married to in that family. So
Then to great, good
yeah,
riddance.
good
Yes, good
riddance for
riddance.
her
Good
because now
riddance.
she's very happy
See,
with whoever she's.
I'm
she's
call
amazing.
me the Messiah.
Yeah. So that family called her family saying, your daughter was an actress and all of this. Look at this clip. And there's some short film where he's basically taking her sari off and she's going round and round and round.
Like in this super filmy way, like super filmy. I'm just like,
He's like,
and she's like, going round.
fast track. The shoot was somehow when she was going round and she was like, jaldi jaldi wo aa rahi thi aise. And I was like, ye is video ke liye shaadi kar diya? And she was like, she was crying then. Now I'm sure she'll laugh about it. But
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, they broke the wedding because of this video. And I'm like, that's how I know of Prateik. So this is the guy who's responsible that girl didn't get married in that family.
But
I saved her life.
yes, you did. You
So
did.
that was the first time I actually heard of him properly.
Yeah.
And then the same girl was, I think, working with you.
We also did a couple,
That friend of mine and all.
Yeah.
So I always heard of him.
one
through
show
friends.
together. And
And
But
two
what
shows.
was your first impression when you heard it?
I couldn't focus on him because the story was so funny. And the video was like, I was like, what is this? What are you doing?
No, but you saw the guy in the video. What did you think of the guy in the video?
I couldn't focus on you because the sari was so funny.
Thanks.
She was like, going round and round, and he's just like, yeah. And I'm like, what is this video? Like,
No, cut to when we let's just give him
Context.
context, and also this was when we kind of knew of each other but didn't kind of know of each other.
Yeah.
When we properly noticed each other when we started following each other in lockdown.
Yeah.
That's when we properly noticed. I'm like
2020.
Okay,
2020. But we were following each other from before. I think that's when you slid into my DM.
No. 2020 I followed.
Oh, yeah, you
2020 I
That's when he was
followed.
going through a separation and he
And
decided
all
to,
that.
Yeah. He decided to, in vengeance, just go and follow every possible woman on Instagram.
No,
Really?
not every possible.
No, I'm just kidding. The hot ones.
Really? You have said this in an interview.
I
know.
have. I'm not
Okay.
ashamed of it.
No,
But
why?
I'm,
It's
but I'm
okay.
not proud of it either.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
But I'm
In your
glad it
case,
did. I
in
mean-
your position, I'm pretty sure 90% men and women would do the same, but they
Yeah.
will not accept it in public.
But why
So
not? I've done that before.
Yeah.
I have.
I've also done that.
I've done that previously when I'm fighting with my boyfriend and I'm like, I'm going to follow 5 guys today because of the fight.
Same! मुझे तो बाकायदा बताया गया एक दिन जब सब कुछ ठीक हो गया अभी मैं भूल गया ना तो मुझे बाकायदा बताया गया है बाद में कि हाँ पर देन आई सॉ दिस कहीं भी जाओ इंस्टाग्राम पे एक फोटो आ जाएगा और उसमें दैट टाइम आई हैड दिस ग्राफिक
Yeah.
प्रोफाइल पिक्चर इन दैट ग्रीन काइंड ऑफ
Yeah.
लाइक इट वाज अ ग्राफिक आर्ट लाइक ये ग्रीन वाला आएगा ही ये जो प्रोफाइल है ना वो दिखेगा लाइक्ड बाय आई हैव लाइक्ड इट इट्स नॉट लाइक दे आर पोजिंग लाइक समथिंग रबिश must be a good looking person इसमें क्या है
There's nothing wrong with
yeah
it.
I'm like but you fought
Fine.
with me also so it's fine
So that's
it.
and I'm lucky because I've done that before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm glad you did that because if
Yeah.
you didn't, I don't think we would meet.
Absolutely.
It
We
was-
wouldn't. It wouldn't happen. And sometimes, things happen for a
It,
reason.
it just
I think.
happened. It was like it was scripted, literally.
Yeah.
The timing on lots of things in our life, actually, it feels like it's all scripted in someone's.
And I was very strict during COVID. Like, I was one of those people who were like, mask up, sanitizing 100 times, not
Kara
meeting
piyo.
no, हाँ, kara piyo, no meeting nobody. किसी से
Yeah.
नहीं मिल रही थी मैं for like initial 1-2 months when I met you.
Yes.
He was actually the first person I met.
Wow, there must
We
be
broke the
something.
law. We
There
broke the law.
Oh, you broke the law.
Yeah,
now
it was
we
not
must
allowed
get
then.
into
No,
this.
no, of course it was allowed.
They had just opened partially, it was not
It
fully
was
open.
allowed.
There were like 5-6 people on the road.
Yeah, that only 5 people.
No, no,
were
it was
allowed.
drives were drives.
Yeah,
were
No,
allowed
drives
to.
were
no,
allowed
you
or
were
something.
you could be.
This is which month? You tell me, I'll tell you if you're allowed or not.
1 second.
No, so we met-
no.
Like early
June,
summer.
July, August, June, May, June.
Yeah, around that time.
So June, you guys started talking.
yeah, we spoke and we met.
I said you spoke and you met.
Yeah.
Now
No. We didn't speak in
Within a day. You were like, let's go for a drive. That day I didn't, and the next
No,
day
you had no.
I was shooting or something for something. And then
It took a couple of days. I sent you a. Oh, was it the same day?
Yeah.
Wow. मुझे अब ये जानना है कि आपने
His
जो-
memory is very bad, so
No,
he
but-
should not tell stories.
but
5 साल हो गए यार.
5 साल हो गए.
5 साल हो गए.
But you should remember that's also.
But I do remember. I remember everything else.
हाँ.
Yeah.
So please, I want to know your side of the story as well. Like, you started following a lot of people. What
Yes.
made you think that this is the person? Like, I should go out on a drive with. There could be other
Be-
people also,
be-
other
be-
options.
because somehow we struck up a conversation. I didn't strike up a conversation with
something
anybody else.
Randomly we started. Yeah, we started speaking about something very
It was
random.
some meme I posted or she posted about. I'd rather be here than.
Yeah, because everybody was stuck
I'd
at
rather
home
be because
and-
we're all at home. So rather be here at some white sand, palm trees, blue waters, something like that. And she was like, and she sent Did I send you?
He was like, let's go.
No, someone sent 100%. One of.
And one of us said, then let's go.
And then
then
I'm
we
like-
got talking.
To like a
basically got.
beach.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm like.
And you guys went on a trip.
No, we
No,
didn't go.
no,
It
no.
was just, that was
It
just
was
a
just a
conversation.
stupid-
हाय
starter.
ये मेरे साथ होए कभी मुझे चाहिए
It was just.
ये क्या ही हो रहा है कल से I'm only breaking my bangles I feel
Why?
अरे because I saw this video of Anushka and Virat last night
I
and
told you.
cried.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
since
yeah.
morning
Good,
I'm like
good.
going fully
More-
like I told
more
my
power, more power to them.
my mother and my father have been married for 46 years. So
Kya
I've
baat
seen that for the
Wow.
longest time.
Wow.
So what happens is
That's hard.
then I look at my mother and I say ऐसा नहीं होगा ना तो शादी नहीं करनी है. Then I was going to meet Jinelia.
ये same है.
Then I was like
आपकी
Ritesh and
बहन है
Jinelia.
ये.
See,
सबको
that's
नहीं
the
चाहिए
truth.
but
Yeah.
technically tell me who doesn't
No,
want
but you
that?
know what? I'm sorry. I don't want to sound morose, but y'all are extremely lucky people that y'all have examples of such
Parents
such
who are-
beautiful
yeah.
parents
Yes.
and a beautiful union.
Yeah.
You know?
And I always
सब
tell
को
them
नहीं
that
मिलता है भाई.
people don't have something to look up to anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have that
That ideal-
like, okay, this
Yeah.
is the couple I want in your own house.
Yeah.
That has
Yeah.
been married for anybody over 30, 25, 30 years.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you've made half of your quarter of your life, like literally, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that I'm so sad to see around me, especially when I came into this industry. And unfortunate, but this industry really does not
It's strangely
have
strangely a lot in the entertainment.
examples.
But coming to you know,
Yes.
sometimes when you come from a family like that or a setup like that, which is circumstantial,
Mm-hmm.
you somewhere can grow up not believing in the institution of love.
Mm-hmm.
Was there ever a point in life where you felt like, I don't believe in the institution of love and marriage?
You know, I was. I won't say best of both worlds because the one world is you can't be best in any form or way, but I did see a very strong bond with my grandparents.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
you know,
I've seen your photos and all. I love.
So it's not like I didn't. I saw it. I saw it, but they were still my grandparents.
Yeah.
And I always wanted that. Of course, I 100% always wanted that. But yes, I was kind of bitter to, the
idea.
the idea and the usual, you know, the usual story of husband, wife, happy marriage, children.
Has that ever trickled down in any of your relationships, maybe when you were young and going through that?
I'm sure.
100%. 100%.
I'm sure. Yeah.
100%. Even like we've had conversations where certain things that we've dealt with in a certain way that he wouldn't have in his previous relationships. And I have seen, a lot of people have seen the change around him who are like, oh my God, Prateik is a different person. I'm like, that's because you need somebody who can teach you that a fight can be handled this way also. It doesn't have to be destructive every single time. And I don't think he had that before in his life. I don't think he had somebody who came from an
area of
family.
concern.
I'm going to say that it came from a normal family. Came from a family where people have stuck around with each other. So for him, he normalized that. He normalized.
No, that's not true. I mean,
to a certain extent.
I had a. I mean, you're in your teens and whatever.
Yeah, but even a
No, I
little
did.
bit in
I did.
20s.
Everyone has, partners and girlfriends and boyfriends. And
Yeah, but
I
I think
did.
that-
It's not like only dated broken girls. I dated
of
some
course,
normal
there's some
girls.
normal people also.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about the major chunk of it was like maybe 60%, 60%.
Yeah, the bigger relationships.
The bigger
possibly.
Sure.
relationships.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
the way things were handled were different. And when I was like, okay, it can be handled this way too. It's like, oh, okay. And he's somebody who's not like, he likes to learn and he likes to grow. And that's something.
Yeah,
not a
basically,
lot
I
of
think what you're
people
trying to
have.
say is like when both sides come from an area of emotional baggage and damage,
Yeah.
that is where some things can, and it's all, you can't blame anybody.
You
It's
can't blame anybody.
basically of the
Sure, it's
situation.
just-
That's what I
it's-
tell him, that, when
it's
you meet people in your life, don't ever
unfortunate
think that,
circumstances.
don't regret anything.
Yeah.
Remember their karmic relationships.
Yeah.
They're people you meet in your life because you have to heal.
Yeah.
And they will shake you up in ways you
Yeah.
can't expect.
Absolutely.
And I believe that every single individual who comes in any of our lives teaches us something good or bad. So I feel
Absolutely.
like every relationship, however form
Absolutely.
it is, it's
It's kind of transactional, but also
transactional. Yeah, you learn, you grow.
Today, relationships
Yeah.
have become very transactional.
very
Like,
transactional.
it's not just about
but
partners.
it
but
could
everybody.
also be in the most positive way. You
Yeah.
could also you could also
You can take everything the positive way.
Sure.
Like even a very toxic relationship can be taken, and when you get out of it and come out of it healthy and
Yeah,
fresh,
then you have to learn a lot
then
out of
you
it.
have to learn. I mean, if you don't learn and you keep repeating your
Then you will
pattern,
become the toxic person.
then
in
you
some way.
become the toxic
Sure,
person. So
yeah.
you have to know which side you want to choose. Do you want to
Yeah.
learn? Do you want to be the learner and grow, or do you want to be stuck in your own traumas?
Yeah,
right?
that's true. But I have to give you a compliment because my mother is a huge fan of your mom. And whenever she has seen you on screen, even when I was telling her that I'm going to interview you, she genuinely told me to tell you this, that she sees a lot of your mom in you.
Wow.
Like for me, I won't be able to say that
that's
with so much clarity because my mother is a huge fan. I think your mom's, it's not about just the acting.
I
There
think
are
all
things.
Bengalis are.
Yes, because
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we are very matriarchal
Yes.
in many ways.
Yes.
We are, yeah.
So that's what I was coming to. It
Yes.
was not about the acting, it was also about the things that she stood up for
Absolutely.
as a
Absolutely.
woman, as a
Absolutely.
female force, that I think
Yes.
many women in that generation
Because
kind of related.
Bengalis have been growing.
Yes.
since-
Yeah.
No, that's
Yes.
that's a thank you.
Yeah.
Nayan, thank you. Should I say Noyan or Nayan?
Whichever way. We'll come to your Bengali later. Wait.
Thank you, thank you, Noyan. That is a huge win for me. Please thank your mom. My regards. That's a huge win for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think any man written by a woman is the best thing in the world. Do
in
you
the
agree?
world, every character, every film. The moment I watch a film, I tell you, I'm like, I can tell this man has been written by a woman. When women write men, you can tell what they want, but men don't even pay attention.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
sensitivity.
I'm not saying all. You're good.
But how sensitive is he as a human?
Very. I'm sorry. I
I
have
mean,
to be like, you
you
cannot
clarify
be.
what that means.
So sensitive. You're sensitive. You cry for things. You
Sure.
feel for people. He's. I swear to God, I'm like the other way around. I have to tell him like you are too naive, too vulnerable. You trust people easily. He cries for people easily. He loves people easily. And I think that's something I fell in love with.
How
At the
sweet.
same time,
You want to protect him
you
from
want to
that.
protect that. You want to protect that because I know he has no filter. He just genuinely, and sometimes when he believes that somebody is good, and if you're
Yeah.
trying to be like, no, this person isn't, he'll be no, and he'll fight for those people, till
Yeah.
of course
Yeah.
he sees.
I
things
realized on my own.
That you're being taken for
but
granted.
that's scary
Yes.
because you see how vulnerable this person is. Even like despite of the fact that he's been raised in an industry where trust and all of these things are very hard. But
That's true.
with him,
Yeah,
he
he's-
easily trusts people. He does things for people, and I'm just like, you
But that's
really
okay.
need to be protected.
That's okay. That's okay. I will have to take that with a pinch of salt.
No, but that's great.
But that's
great.
also a great quality
Great
to have.
quality.
The fact that
Also,
you've not given up on your goodness.
My mother was.
regardless.
My mother was
He's
the same.
not.
My mother was the same. Every time I hear these things
He
about
didn't let
myself,
other
I'm like, you know
people
what?
make change him.
You know what?
like,
You know what? My mother was like that, and she was loved. And it's not like I'm not forcing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not like, I'm not trying to be a character that I'm.
Yeah, he doesn't pretend to be.
I'm not trying to be
He's
this
never
guy
been
who,
pretentious, that's for sure.
No, he's
yeah.
not been pretentious. No, and that's the problem
Yeah,
because people are.
it's very.
and
I
people
mean,
judge
it's
you when you're
very
not.
simple. It's just simple way of life. You give me love, I give you love. You give me respect, I give you respect. If you give me hate, I won't give you hate. I'll just walk the other way.
Yeah.
You don't respect me, that's your opinion. I'll just walk the other way. You know what I mean? That's.
Yeah.
But one thing
and-
that I've noticed in you, please correct me if I'm wrong, with all the conversations that I've had with you, I feel that you're a very sensitive person, but you find it difficult to express it to people who possibly are kind of like, making you feel upset. Am I correct? Has that changed with her in the picture in any way?
Oh, 1000%. She's my rock. I feel like I can say anything, and I really feel like I can speak my heart out and wear my heart on my sleeve. That is really important, and that's pretty much who I've been my entire life. And it's difficult to be like that, as she said, and as she mentioned. But I don't feel that is the best. That's the only way I know. You know what I mean? That's the only way I know. And and she stands right beside me and right behind me and allows me to do that, and I'm very grateful.
Yeah, I'm always like, you be you. You've
Yeah.
got me to protect you. Because it's always me who's going to be like, nope, that's not right. However, and I've seen that, and it's fine. It's okay to have, that's what you need with your partners. You need, if you fall, if you fumble, this person needs to pick you up. If that person fumbles, there's so many
I
times
hope
where
I
I'm
hope I
like,
do the same for
yeah,
you.
you do. I mean, in different ways, in different situations where I am like over hyper about things, when he has a way of calming me down that, you know what? Calm down, we can figure this out, right? Like, we both have our own, 50-50.
Yeah, but
It's very
we
50-50.
it's beautiful and very grateful for
And in fact,
Finding each other,
and in
yeah.
fact, I was
Absolutely.
chatting about this in the morning with some friends that, they were talking about relationships and how difficult it is. Like, Chanchal, she's sitting right here. They were talking about, Kostum and Chanchal was speaking about how difficult it is to find somebody who and I told them one thing, find somebody who's a buddy, who's your friend. Because when you get out of a chaotic life, what do? You call your boys or girls, let's chill. You want to call this person, let's chill. Like, you want to hang with this person. This person is your best friend, you want to
Bang
watch.
on.
When you find a buddy, everything
Yeah.
falls in place.
But when did you realize that you guys are each other's buddies like that?
I
Like
think right
after the
away.
drive? Huh?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
right
pre- pre-
away,
pretty much
It was very
in-
quick.
pretty much in a week.
We were like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
we were inseparable.
What?
Yeah, within a week, we were inseparable.
What are the kind of conversations that you both had in that week?
I think
I want to
everything.
learn.
I think everything.
I want to take some classes.
I was scared.
No, we spoke.
I was scared shitless because I knew I was falling for her, and I was in a complicated
But
situation.
we spoke about everything. We
Yeah.
were friends,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
yeah, yeah.
we were in a very tricky situation because he was going through a separation. I had come out of an engagement.
I was actually going through separation.
Not an engagement like a roka, whatever, you would like to call it. That happened in Calgary because I was in a long distance relationship before that. So we were both in a very tricky situation in life. So I think we met right when we needed the buddies, like the friendship.
Yeah.
Which was the first thing that
Or,
clicked.
or
There's comfort.
rebound if you may.
But it felt,
kind of. But then I think
It started off like
started
that.
off kind of like that. Yeah.
But when did you realize that she is possibly... And how did you then tame your heart to like, okay, I'm falling for her, but...
Yeah, just hold your horses, Yeah. I kept telling her, listen, I'm for the longest time, I kept saying I'm in a really complicated situation. I think it'll be best if
And he
we-"
called me Trouble. That was my nickname the first couple of months.
Yeah, she was trouble. Though. She was
Yeah,
trouble.
I was just chilling.
And I told her, listen, we cannot get serious. I don't know where I'm at.
But he was always very honest about everything in his life. And that's something, again, which was like so weird because he was, of course, going through a separation. And then the first thing he said when he met me was that. He didn't even introduce himself. Like, listen, before I sat in his car, he stopped me. He's like, listen, I'm going through a separation. I'm like, he wanted me to know that this is the truth. If you enter this car, it's post that as your decision. And I was like, that's the first time I heard somebody in Bombay or in general, a man saying that first. They will keep that information for the last 5 minutes of the night.
I was guilty as hell. I don't know why I was feeling guilty. I'm like,
but that shows that who you are. That shows that you're honest, you're genuine, and
yeah. I didn't want her to have any wrong impressions. I'm not. And, you know, and that's happened my entire life. People have misunderstood, misinterpreted me my entire life. Not that I was thinking too much into it, but I'm like, I just, I want to be honest. I don't want to. Yeah.
But when you speak about misunderstandings and misconceptions about you, does it ever get to you? Because I remember
all the time it gets to me, but you learn over the years to how to navigate yourself and the key is to, it's simple, just commit to yourself, love yourself, and be a good person, and the Almighty is watching.
When you were going through the separation, before we could find out that both of you actually found each other, there were many news reports that had horrible things written about you, right? Like when you were about you. No, about you.
Yes.
When you were going through a separation.
Oh yes.
There were infidelity and everything that was involved. Did that ever get to you? And when you
I don't know actually. Was something written?
Yeah.
What was written?
I don't know.
That has he cheated in a relationship? Why did they break up? Because even your marriage, it was celebrated, right? It was also a very cozy, intimate wedding, and everybody thought that, okay, both of them are so much in love, and it came out of nowhere. It's surprised a lot of... No, his first marriage.
That was not very publicized, I think. It was kind
of
like, it
so
was,
that's what I'm saying. It was a very cozy, intimate wedding as well. But it came as a surprise for a lot of people in the media as well.
I remember the same girl whose marriage got broken because of him sent me, that's how I know he got married, this was 7 years ago. She sends me a picture of him and her. They're like,
look, the guy who broke my marriage got married.
That's how I know. That's how again he came up, and I was like, oh, that guy. It's like, yeah, he got married. The guy who broke my marriage got married. I was like, okay.
At least someone's getting married.
So that's the guy. Then remember the guy who broke my marriage? Now his marriage is breaking.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
It's a dark joke.
Oh my god!
It's a very dark joke. But did it affect you at that point? Or were you like not in the year to read anything? The fact that today when you're speaking, I understand that you were already going through separation when you guys met.
Yes.
But
I didn't
being presented like you cheated and...
I actually didn't know that, I didn't know that information existed. I just knew it was, just basic articles about maybe I'm, getting divorced or separated.
Yeah.
But I was too caught up in what was going on with the separation, and so I didn't really pay much heed to it. In hindsight, when I look back, it was, everything happened too fast. Have I mentioned what happened? I haven't.
Not really, but I mean, there was no need.
Yeah.
No need.
I mean, whatever happened, happened.
And it happened for the good. At the end of the day, what I told him again, that remember, that's what I told him, remember, you should not feel guilty about life. Because he has that, suddenly out of nowhere, he'll start thinking about, okay, I've done this, I wish I didn't do that, I wish I did. That's when I told him that, and I keep telling him this over and over again, that why do you go back in the past? How does it matter? You are here today, strong, you're making your money, you have your own house, you're working so much, you have a great relationship, you have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
If you didn't do all of those
and people
things,
love you, that's what matters.
You wouldn't be here. Like, you wouldn't be, God knows how.
We all want to be loved.
Right? Yeah. And today you're in a place where you've come out of everything so much stronger. Not everybody can say that.
Yeah.
You have a book to write. That is your life.
Yeah.
Not everybody can say that.
True.
If it was a
That
neat and
that
clean
book's
and
coming.
clear...
You're writing a book?
Nayan, that book is coming, yes.
Please do.
We both
Please
are,
do.
actually.
And I feel that it's
she's
very
writing her
important
own book. I'm
very important to take pride in your failures, because that's why you're here.
Yeah,
that's what makes you who you are.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't be strong today if you didn't go through the downfalls.
Absolutely. 100%.
Whatever that is, work, relationship, whatever it is, everything piece by piece makes us who we are today.
But when was the point that you realized that, okay, both of us are falling for each other for sure? You also came out of a broken relationship, like you just said. Okay. Was it already broken? before?
Yes, it was. It was broken. It was broken before, and I was pretty done with it. I was very sure, and also COVID
Few
happened. I was
weeks.
not so sure. I was ready to go back as well because it was long distance, but unfortunately, COVID happened, and Canada was the first country to shut the gates and the last country to open the gates. I was pretty much stuck in India for 2-3 years. I couldn't go back.
2 years.
2 years, I couldn't go back, and that's literally the window of 2 years when we were together, like all the time. You know, that was literally like.
मैंने फंसा दिया इनको
Yeah.
मेरी जाल
अच्छा
में.
अच्छा किया अच्छा किया
अच्छा किया.
अच्छा किया. No, but see, I always feel like eventually if you meet the right person, everything falls in place. Like I have
Yeah.
seen, it's been 5
I
years,
believe
right?
that.
You've been married now, but you've been together like inseparably together for the last 5 years. And if you've crossed that, I feel then that is enough. Like you guys have known each other enough. You guys have known each other's negative sides also
Yeah.
enough to
Yes.
kind of adjust to it and be okay with
we've
each
also
other.
lived with each other
Yes.
for good
few
4
years,
years, 3.5, 4 years before we got married.
Yeah.
Years. And I think that is very important, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
nobody's going to be perfect. Everybody's going to be messed up in some way or the other. You have to pick what you are okay with.
Yeah.
I can deal with this messed up. I can figure this mess up out.
Yeah.
So you have to pick that and just be happy with that person and love that person if you do, right?
Absolutely.
And this is what people do. They're looking for perfection everywhere. I'm sorry, nobody's perfect. People who are looking for perfection are also damaged.
That's true.
Then why, right? Like you need to find broken pieces of each other and come together and fix it. Like the Japanese thing, I don't know if you know of it.
Kintsukuroi.
Yes, they don't break. When they break things, they put it back together.
With
and-
gold.
With gold, you mend it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Not
just make it
break-
more beautiful.
Beautiful, right? And
You know, I
that's
was writing a short film. The title of that film was this.
really,
Really?
Kintsukuroi. Yes, I had written it, but
it's a beautiful
Banao, yeah.
concept.
kabhi.
हमारे साथ बना.
Done. You know, I want to understand when was that moment, like you guys started living together, okay?
Yes.
But when was that moment where you thought that, no, now I have to tell my friends and my family members that, okay, this is it? Or did you say it from the very beginning?
I'll tell you.
You took time.
I took time because I was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think about a few months.
As soon as the paper was signed.
No, your family knew way before that.
No, the family knew and all that.
Family
fine.
knew way. Like I think
But
within
I
a
was,
year of us knowing
but
each other.
we were
everybody-
hiding hiding from the
Yeah.
paps and hiding from everyone in public.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, that was difficult. At least I think, and also,
Yeah.
you know, it's weird because there was not so many people on the road still, right? They would be in their bikes and all of that, and we could not come out for legal reasons because anything can be twisted, anything can be said against us. But we
Yeah,
were actually we were clean. We started
Yeah.
seeing each other literally after whatever happened, the separation happened, and but we were just being careful. We were like, you know, it's India. We don't know how people.
That's true.
You got to be careful, right? And it's sad, but unfortunate. So then these guys would just be in their bikes and suddenly they'll see, and somehow they knew his car number, I think.
Yeah, they know everyone's car
And
number.
they would just be waiting around some house, they would see like, oh, and then they would start writing, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, so many times, literally like a ninja, I've like dove into like
She's
his
just
car.
after all those years of hiding, she's a certified
Hider.
action star. The certified
Yeah,
action
once
star.
I was standing on one
diving
side of his
into
car and
cars,
the pap showed up,
hiding
I
from
jumped inside the car
literally
like this.
like she's dived and not even on the seat, below. So
Yeah,
that
I was an expert.
she's dived below.
Because we had to hide. Even in his house, I would not go to the balcony, and so we didn't want. And somehow, even then, it got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked, and we still.
We
wanna
actually
find
know,
out
but
how
we
we don't want to talk about.
There was a
it.
picture
Yeah.
that got leaked over.
Of that, this person is dating this person. This was a year before we actually came out and officially announced, and he was not.
But I was worried for her more than for me.
Why not for me?
Just because you're a woman and people.
Yeah, because people will shame you.
People
People
love
love
to-
it, but you know,
but
Bengalis
people-
don't care.
No, but
I always say this,
still,
we
I felt
don't
like
care.
I felt very responsible for for all of it. I would feel, but the
Yeah.
second the papers were signed, Nayan, I was holding her hand in public everywhere. I'm like, should I go on top of the building and scream to the entire world that you're mine? Because I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll do it.
Yeah,
And I was
waiting
and
to
that
do
was it. That was it. I was waiting for the official sign.
Yeah.
And then it was all done. And I didn't feel like I needed to clarify myself or put out a statement or anything. It was done.
Yeah.
It was done, and if if people had to ask me what happened, I'd be like, hey, yeah, I'm divorced and this is my
And I think
girlfriend.
sometimes it's not important to explain yourself to social media all the time. You know, people, and it's okay. Sometimes it's okay not to give an like reason to the world.
Everybody is going through some shit of their own.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
they'll also want to laugh at somebody else going through their own shit.
That's
It's
Yeah.
the worst space that we've gotten into. I don't know why.
You know, it's
Let's just bask in each other's
Yeah.
misery. And
maybe it makes other people feel good when you see somebody else being miserable. You feel a little less miserable. Maybe
Yeah.
you can kind of your own
But you can also
insecurities.
feel happiness in somebody else's happiness. It
That's
can be
absolutely.
the other way.
That's a goal as a
like
human.
last night.
Yeah, yeah.
For Mr. Virat and Anushka.
Everybody, I think.
everybody.
I'm a KKR fan.
Are you?
And I have cried. My friend was calling me and there was something that she was dealing with. I understand. I was like, I'll call you in 2 minutes. She's like, this has happened to me. I'm like, 2 minutes. And I'm seeing Virat cry.
Like-
I love
Yeah,
how
yeah,
he
same.
literally scanned the whole place and waited
And-
for
and-
Anushka to come and he's like,
And he was
Yesterday,
waiting,
the
and
whole
so adorable.
It was
very
that was
adorable.
such a
Love.
love.
if there's a love story, like,
What a moment.
I
Yeah.
woke up and
Yeah.
Maa ke I said this, that dekho, if this happens,
Only then you'll fall in love.
Then-
fair enough, yeah. Fair
next
enough.
day Shaadi.
But, you know, and then again,
No waiting.
them as a couple, if you see, they've also grown together.
Yes.
And I think that's what's important. Don't wait for perfection. Even if somebody's
They have
flawed
evolved so much
as a couple
with each other.
And then that's what a partner is
Special-
supposed to
special
do.
moment.
That's
Yeah.
what a partner is
Yeah.
supposed to do. Fill your void and you're supposed to fill
Absolutely.
theirs.
Absolutely.
And grow together. And that's the whole agenda.
You know, when you speak about Virat, there's a video, if you've seen that video, where he said that, क्या आपको लगता है कि मैं पूजा पाठ वाला बंदा हूँ? And then
then,
you know, you
yeah.
see him today. What are the changes that you notice in yourself vis-a-vis your partner's involvement in your life? Like, what are the changes that you notice personality-wise within you?
You start.
Many, almost all my walls are down, and my preconceived notions have disappeared because she's introduced me to her world, which is you know, love and accept everyone till they rub you the wrong way, maybe. And I had my guards up about everything, and lots of people and certain kind of people and lifestyle choices and
But again, that's, you can't blame yourself for that.
sure, but yes, and knowledge about certain things that I was completely 100% rigid about was spirituality. I was completely rigid about it, and I didn't believe in souls, and
You believe in energies.
I believe in energies. I could never come to terms with, hey, you can communicate with people that aren't here. And-
No, but that is a different.
and- no, sure, but I was extremely rigid about it. I'm like,
Yeah, he
no,
said
don't,
that
I'm
he-
like,
Yeah.
don't even try and convince me.
Convince me.
More
yeah.
like
Don't
a
even
way of life,
Don't even
like-
like I'm not going to be part of the conversation. Don't even try with me. It's changed, and it's not just that. It's a lot of more things. Lots of preconceived notions have just kind of.
He's
organically-
eased up a lot. I genuinely
also very-
feel that
yeah.
about him, like even when we had that conversation maybe years back, I think from that to now, when I was even watching his podcasts, to be very honest, there are things he's spoken about which he's never spoken about, even though that's happened probably many, many years ago, right? For us, for me, it was refreshing. I think you've eased up a lot with people around
100%,
overall.
100%.
Yeah, I think
You-
he's open
Would,
to like.
would you like the credit, my love?
Yeah, I'm taking the credit. No, but I think he's.
Why did I even ask?
He was always like that, but I think that's why I tell him, I'm like, you were this guy. Always. And I always tell him that you didn't change and become this guy today. Like, you know, and I tell him that all the time, that there's something that I saw in him that I don't think anybody else did, because I saw that he is this guy who loves he loves home, he's homely, he likes family, he is like a little bit like an uncle sometimes. He wants his comfort and his peace, and I noticed all that, but then with his friends and you know all those people like who are like, yo, and I'm like, you're not that guy, you're this guy, you still don't know that, you haven't met yourself yet. And I think the last 5 years, more than
Yes.
anything, he's met himself more.
Yeah.
He's met who he is, and he's accepting who he is and not fighting it anymore.
Yeah. Possibly that's why there's so much more
Because
love.
so many
Yes.
turbulence in his life was because he couldn't accept who he was, who he is today. That's the guy. He wanted to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
He wanted to fit in, which he isn't. He's this guy, like, who's...
And there's no beauty in fitting in. There's always beauty in
absolutely
standing
no-
out.
Always.
Absolutely.
And I tell him that all the time, like, be you. Be an apologetically you. Like, don't care what people think of you. If you
It's true.
feel something, express it. Don't hurt anybody, but
Express it, yeah.
express it. You know,
But
like-
how have you changed?
I think patience is something I've learned in every way.
Can I take credit?
Also-
Can I take credit for something?
Yes.
I apparently am the first man she's fallen in love with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think, and even my friends who know me very well,
Apparently.
even my parents, in fact, said that. They said that to me that you really do love this guy because I was unfortunately not very serious in relationships previously. And I'm pretty okay accepting that because I don't think people should get serious till their 30s anyways. I feel like people who are rushing this process of knowing marriage, everything is, I mean, take your time with things, right? And I was always very
It's preparing
sure
for
that...
disaster.
The cliches.
And
Yeah.
I was never the girl who had that, you know, I'm going to get married with my Prince Charming by my mid-20s and yay. No, I knew the reality. And luckily and unluckily, I don't know, I moved here very young. Bombay, I was early 20s when I moved here. And that was almost 10, 11 years ago. I was thrown into this industry where I had to learn. I didn't have an option, right? So for me, it was never any kind of... When I met him, I was never serious at love, this, that. For me, it was all like, okay, work, I'm living here, learning things. When I met him is actually when I was like, okay, my heart skipped a beat for
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, wait. It's weird. I can't explain it. It's very like not ready for a relationship even then. But that's when I started believing in the fact when people say, oh, love at first sight or even first touch for that matter. Even when I remember holding his hand, even the first kiss, I was like,
I was
this has never happened
game
before.
over.
I was like, this is very weird. I've never felt this before. This is like, I know this person. Like, it's not the first time. Like, I know this person. I
Yeah.
actually felt it.
There was emotional intimacy. I feel.
Right away. And I
Absolutely,
was like,
yes.
okay, this
So
is
important.
weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we were trouble for each other at the beginning.
Which is lovely. I want some trouble like that. I'm the trouble for a lot of people, but I think
You need some trouble.
I
Like,
need
I
it.
want trouble.
I want trouble. The way you guys compliment each other is so beautiful. You guys realize that you guys are together and you guys want to spend the rest of your life.
Yes.
When was it that you told your family, and when did you first meet her family, and from Prateik, when you became Prateik, I want to know.
Okay, this is a funny story. When I first, so my mom, I didn't know much about him. I knew, because again, Bengali. So my mom, my dad's dad was a massive fan of, which I found out later actually. That
Yeah.
My whole family has been a huge fan of his mom.
Every Bengali household.
I didn't know that
Has
because
it,
of course I
trust me.
grew up in Canada and I didn't.
Maybe also it was because of Deva Shishu, the film she did.
No, it's not the films she did. It's who she was.
What she stood up for.
Calcutta liked her for her personality.
You know, we
because-
still worship to the Devi.
Yeah.
So
we're the only
it's-
matriarchal society.
I
right?
feel that. I feel that.
And that's something actually, he has something for sure he has
They-
learned from me. And that's so weird. He has a Kali tattoo on his, this thing, which is actually a Bengali goddess.
Yeah.
Ma Kali is a Bengali goddess. And it's literally there.
She's my protector.
And
Yeah.
which is so weird because
I always, in my head, sorry, a quick insert. I always pretended that she was mom.
like a protector.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are the other
Bowed-
Bengali words that you've accepted?
Bowed down to.
What are the Bengali words you've learned? শুনি আমরাও শুনি এবার বাংলাতে কথা
প্রতীক।
বলি।
1 minute.
হ্যাঁ বাংলাতে কথা বলো একটু 5 মিনিট। Did you
Why
understand
didn't you tell me?
Learning my
No, no, why
Yeah.
should we tell you? We are not.
I'm saying my dad is
now,
learning
now,
my
now,
thing.
now you have to be on my side, huh? হ্যাঁ বলো বলো
Bolo, bolo.
খুব ভালো.
খুব ভালো কি?
The interview with the Noyan is খুব ভালো.
আচ্ছা আর কি শিখেছো?
He's like,
What do you think I
come
said?
on,
আর
5
কি
years,
শিখেছো? What do you mean?
Prateik.
আর কি শিখেছো?
What did you learn?
Woo!
Yes.
See? What else did you
শিখেছো
learn?
আয়া।
Yes.
See, I can
We've
understand.
done
Yes.
a Bengali film also, you know, with
I have Oroni Thokon.
Yeah.
With
uh,
Pauli.
Pauli.
Shomitro.
Oh, Shomitra Chatterjee.
Shomitro Chatterjee.
Yeah, fantastic.
I got
Yeah,
the,
He's
I
like-
got the honor
he
and the
is.
privilege.
Yeah, so he worked with him and Pauli Dam is apparently a very good film. I
Yeah.
have not seen it.
It's just cute.
He won't let me watch his movies. He's
Why?
He
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
let-
Ask her if she lets me watch hers.
No, I don't care. I
No,
like, I
hold
don't
the
like
phone.
watching me.
She is. मुझे तो चलो, I have to give in finally. Because
No,
she's
you
like-
never give in.
She's like, "But who's
I am
watched
not-
Hate 3 days ago?
That skit is on Netflix. I've not seen
One
all
second.
these iconic films of his.
1 second.
That,
she wasn't letting me watch Rana Naidu. I'm like, why?
I don't like myself.
I'm like, I
Why?
don't care about
Because I
you.
just don't like watching myself.
आप जाओ.
Even when I'm shooting, I'll do it
घर
and
से
I'll walk
बाहर जाओ,
out.
आप कहीं दोस्तों से मिल के आओ. Literally, that's how I watch it. I don't watch it.
That's how I watched Ek Divana Tha. He didn't let me. He won't. He
What
won't
a
let
film
me.
actually.
He
So
didn't
it's
let
got
me.
so much
Even
love
that,
today.
with Rana Daggubati, he did another
Dam
film.
Maro Dam.
Dam Maro Dam. Oh
I
my
didn't-
god.
You
Lovely
haven't
film,
let
yeah.
me
Love-
watch it.
Such lovely songs, huh?
Tiyamo. What
I
lovely
He
like
won't
song.
let me watch it. Excuse me, just the other day I
No,
found
don't-
it and
don't
you're
watch it,
like,
don't
no,
watch it,
no,
Don't
no.
watch it. Don't watch. Watch it when I'm away.
Why?
So I,
my voice is like this because I'm a 23-year-old.
so it's fine.
I
That song, that you know, there's a song in that film.
Tiyamo.
No, the Na Aaye Ho. Na Aaoge. I
Yeah.
used to love that song all
Yeah,
my life.
you-
I didn't know he was a part of that
Tum
song.
gaye ho to.
I love that
Yaad
song.
baaki hai. That is his type
His-
of jamming song
And also
that he
he's
loves.
in that song, but I never paid attention to you. I was so always depressed about that song.
He likes those songs. There's heartbreak
That's
songs.
high.
Yeah, he loves depressed songs.
No, they just have a day.
See, this is who he really is. And he tries to show this
Thanks so
guy
much
that
for-
he's not.
For thanks. For making me look like the
Because
most depressed soul on the face of this
No,
planet.
I'm telling you, people who love the heartbreak songs are
Are the
not
best.
actually
They are the
depressed
purest
at
soul.
all.
Yeah.
But you have to answer my question. What was the first meeting with your parents like?
So that's a funny thing because my mom initially when I told her on the phone because they're in Canada. So I was like, okay, I'm seeing this because I was always with him and I had to because my parents, I'm the only child. So they speak to me 2-3 times a day. They'll randomly call me, where are you? We'll chat. So with him, I wasn't able to like tell them right away. So after a couple of months, and I had to tell my parents, I was like, listen, I have to tell my mom, like mom and dad, they're doubting something and they're not here. So they're going to have questions. So then I told them, so I said, who are you dating? And then I mentioned the father's name and the mother's name. And for some reason, she thought it was the other brother. So no offense, but my parents were shocked and they were ready to kill me. They were like, that guy has a wife. What is wrong with you? I was like, what? And so I was like, why are they pissed off? I didn't understand first and they were angry.
But why would you not introduce him as him?
No, because I just said the son. I hadn't given out the full name
Acha.
yet. Just both
Yeah,
of them-
because
both of them
they would
introduction.
know.
Because suddenly
The
they
parents
it
were-
wouldn't
yeah.
click with them. And then I was like, no, there's another kid. There's a young kid. Who are you talking about? So then I had to send the screenshot of the. She's like, oh, this is Smita Patil's son.
Yes.
I was like, yes. And then you're like, but he's also married. So he's separate. Then I had to sit and give them the whole, because of course that's something no parent wants, that your daughter is,
Yeah.
like you make sure that this is not.
history repeating itself.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah.
just make sure this person is not, and that's
Like,
another reason where
quite ironic. Also, kind of had to do with my life and my surroundings.
And
history
then
repeating
then
itself.
finally
My mother was with a married man.
Yeah.
But they were much happier when they figured it's him.
Yeah.
Because it was just like they were just shocked.
So then, when did you meet them first time?
I think after Canada opened, they came much later.
They
2 years.
came much later.
2 years after, because my dad
When
couldn't fly. My dad came alone first.
No, wait. Did we meet? Oh yes. Did we meet after we got engaged or before we got engaged?
Before we got engaged.
Before we got engaged.
My dad.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my mom we met after we got engaged.
Okay.
My mom, he actually met after. He spoke a lot on the phone all the time. My dad
Yeah.
came first after 2 years when Canada opened the thing. And also my mom didn't want to meet till everything is like signed and all of that. And,
Yeah.
she's not very proud of my relationship history. So she had very
And mums, Bengali moms have
Bengali
their
moms
real amazing ways of like.
letting you like
know that what they don't like.
Yeah,
It's funny,
yeah.
but
So
Yeah.
she was very like, you be sure first, woman. Like, you be sure.
Yeah.
And it was very important for my parents. My dad, of course, being my dad and the only daughter, he was like, I'm going to come to India. And, met him and everything. All of that. My mom waited. Then we finally, when everything was sorted, he was signed, divorced. He proposed. That's when
Yes.
she came.
where was the proposal and how was the proposal?
In bed at 7 a.m. in our
It's a
apartment.
funny story.
Really?
It's the funniest story because he didn't plan it.
I
He
had
just
planned
did
it, but I had planned it for 2 days later.
And he somehow preponed the plan.
And I preponed it because I'm like, hold the phone. That day, everything is way too hectic. And I was thinking in my head, we'll go for dinner, this fancy place, and I'll propose at midnight. And then I realized, अच्छा अगले सुबह तो बहुत जल्दी उठना है.
It was actually his birthday.
The-
He was planning on proposing on his
On my eve of my birthday.
Because we had a whole thing planned and everything.
And then we had to wake up at 6 in the morning and all that. I'm like, अरे ये सब 12 बजे होंगे, हम लोग घर पे आएंगे, सोते सोते 3 बज जाएंगे. ये,
So all this calculation he did sitting in the pot
Where?
in the morning, the day he proposed. कि वो सोच रहा था बैठ के कि मैं अभी कर देता हूँ.
the thinking throne.
That's true.
The thinking throne.
It's okay.
Where
On the
all the best
26th
ideas
morning.
You know,
in
some
the
of
world.
the best ideas actually
That's
come.
true.
In the world.
It's true, I
So
agree.
he sat there on the 26th morning,
Got the
7
best idea of my
o'clock,
life.
and he thought कि 2 दिन
Sunday
क्यों
morning.
मैं
I'm like,
अभी
एक
कर
minute.
देता हूँ.
I'm like, Sunday है. आज कुछ नहीं कर रहे, कुछ करना नहीं है, किसी से मिलना नहीं है,
घर
कुछ
पे
नहीं
chill
करना
कर
है, घर
सकते
पे
हैं
chill कर
after
सकते हैं.
propose. So he even the consequences and everything.
Breakfast in bed हो
planned.
सकता है.
He planned it all, and that's then.
So did you
suddenly-
cook the breakfast?
No,
No.
listen. So we sleep with one of the dogs, Chico, who's the we didn't have Rocco then.
Yeah, we know.
We didn't have Rocco
We
then.
didn't have Rocco then.
Chico is massive. He's big as him, sleeping on the bed. He always sleeps with us beach mein. I'm sleeping, he's sleeping, and I'm just laying there. Like, I'm not wearing my shirt. So I was just like discovered, and I'm just passed out because I sleep like that always.
I
And
would
8
love
o'clock,
I would
I
love for
know,
both the dogs to
subconscious-
sleep with us, but he sleeps on he sleeps on her face literally.
That's why we can't have him.
So she doesn't get sleep.
I always know subconsciously कि 8 बजे सुबह bathroom जाता है रोज. You know. your
Yeah,
body,
when you're not
your body
woken
knows
up,
not
but
to
you
wake
know,
up.
yeah.
And your body is like,
उस
ये
दिन
तो
मैं
रोज
थोड़ा
जाता है,
7
सो
बजे
जाओ.
गया था मैं.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then you went, but I knew that okay, he's gone to the washroom when I'm sleeping. And suddenly,
TMI, sorry guys.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, I wake up and he's finished his toilet business and he's just standing there with like what I am seeing. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Then he can
Just
tell
when
you
you
what he
wake
did.
up.
Yeah, not even wake up. 8 बज रहे हैं, मैं उठी भी नहीं हूँ तब properly. I was just like this. I was like, and I see his face. I'm like under the blanket and I see his face and he's like. And I was like, why is he crying? सुबह सुबह रो क्यों रहा है? क्या हो गया? I was just like, shit, like something must have happened. Of course, your brain goes to like the worst. Something happened to somebody or what happened? Why is he crying? And I had no idea, okay? Like zero idea. Because who thinks like it's random? And I'm in bed, half naked. And I'm just like, what? And he's crying and he's like, and suddenly he goes down on his knees. So I'm like on the bed and he's here. And I was like, what is going on? Why is he crying so much? All I hear is, he said a lot of things जो मैंने सुना नहीं because I was blanking out and I was half asleep. And he's like, will you marry me? I heard that. And my reply was, like I am literally looking at the ring and looking like, what? Like, are you, like the Bengali hai? Like,
Literally,
hai?
huh?
And he's like,
Shakti.
I can see his face. He's confused. He's like, okay, Priya Banerjee. Again, he repeated himself.
Priya Banerjee. Will you marry me? She's like, huh? She's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, then I was like, yes. And then it took me 10 minutes to realize he just proposed to me and I'm wearing a ring. Then I was like, oh my God.
Wake up, woman, wake up! I just proposed you.
And then I was like, oh. But it was funny. It
This
took me
is
a while.
his birthday which year?
Last,
No.
no, sorry, last.
Last till
2023.
2023.
It's right here. It's on, the date is right here.
Oh.
26/11/2023.
Yeah.
Wow.
God, that is weird.
Wow.
Engagement ring.
That was the engagement ring and then yeah.
Wow. Fab.
So that's how it happened. So it was out of nowhere. I had no idea that I was going to get proposed. And that's
Yeah.
quite surprising. Somebody should have
La-
recorded.
la-
But you can't
la-
even get that recorded.
You
because
didn't record it?
Where,
No,
we're
who
not
was
even
that?
doing it.
It's-
Inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
In boxers.
He's
She
in the boxers. He
I was
came
in
from the
boxers.
bathroom. He went inside, took the
My
ring.
dog is snoring in the corner over there.
And he's also like, Like the big guy just like looking at us. What? Like it was hilarious. Like it was absolutely
But it's
unexpected.
precious, no matter
It
what.
was,
Yeah,
it was,
of
it
course.
was.
Yeah.
But then also you took like a almost a year,
Year
and a few months, year and 2 months.
Yeah.
No, I was divorced 2023 January.
And he proposed way.
I proposed 2023 November.
November.
Year for the wedding. He
No,
Oh,
I'm
November,
saying
sorry, yes, yes.
exactly.
Yes,
So
yes.
after that, you took like 1 year, 2 months to like get
Yeah.
married, right?
Yes, yes.
Now is the fun part because I am going to show you some
You
pictures
finished
of
your
your
coffee again?
wedding. You know, I saw this amazing picture when I was actually scrolling through of you with her mother, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
They're just like the
Just
picture is
laughing.
like yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. Like I'm gonna show you that picture.
But we got some good pictures. Like the moments were captured.
It
perfectly.
is.
yeah.
They were lovely. The pictures were precious. I'm gonna come to that picture.
And that's
But
what we wanted. Candid. Everything candid. No posy,
yeah.
posy.
when you decided to get married, before I give you the pictures, was it always a plan that you wanted to do it at home, in the presence of just near and dear ones, and you know the way you did it was so pristine?
For me, yes, it was the priority. I told him that if you want a big wedding, we're not getting married.
No. Oh,
I was very sure about that.
too, but we were both kind of up in the air about where we want to do it.
But I was not happy. Nothing was sitting with my soul.
You're forgetting the main. You're forgetting.
What?
She had a dream about my mother.
Oh, that. I had a dream.
She
that
had a
was
dream
very.
about my mother. My mother said, "You better get married in this
No,
house."
she didn't say you better get married.
I
You're just
mean-
making it up.
No. What did you? What then? What did you?
No, come on. So it's literally nothing. It was nothing. You know how dreams are, right? Very odd. You don't really understand dreams. Literally had a moment where it should be done in this house. That's it.
But it was in a
It
dream.
was that's it. It was in a dream, but it was not like how filmon mein dikhate hain ki tum hi si. No.
But you know,
nothing.
No,
Dreams
but-
are-
I don't know how
dreams
many
are
people believe it, but I don't know if you do, but and of course you do. But they say that when you lose your loved ones, when they want to send you a message,
They
and
do.
they actually visit you in your
They do,
dreams to
yeah,
give you
yeah,
that message. Like that is an angel message that you get
Yes.
from your angel.
Yeah,
that's-
and
it's
it's
true.
not like, you know, it's very difficult to understand when people hear that or say, oh, came in the dream. You suddenly start picturing somebody coming and telling. No, dreams are very odd.
Yeah,
and
it
you
is.
have to make up what you make of it, right? At the end of the day.
That's true.
And there were so many things up in the air. There was locations up in the air. He
Yeah.
wanted to get married here. He wanted to get married there. And for once, I knew from day one, even before I met him, I was very sure I do not want to get married. And when I met him, I fell in love and I wanted to get married. My only condition was I don't want a big wedding. I don't want to make a show of it. I'm not that person.
You're not.
I don't want to
I'm-
get married with people with people I don't know.
And I didn't want people to come there and be like, "Shaadi to theek hai, par khane mein ye hona chahiye." tha."
Arey.
And I've seen that.
You didn't want
around a lot.
unwanted
We only see
opinions
that.
and unwanted opinions and.
And we
just,
wanted
you know,
people
that's-
who genuinely would
Meant
be happy.
something.
Like this.
How many people were there?
40.
42.
40.
42.
42.
And who planned the whole wedding?
I did.
But
He was shooting for Hit, which is just released.
Yes.
He was shooting for a month. He landed on the Mehndi
I
day.
landed.
Mehndi ke din he's
I
landed.
was a guest in my own wedding. I kid you not, man. I landed the morning of the Mehndi.
He landed the morning of the Mehndi. He literally didn't sleep. They didn't shot
We were shooting all night.
Full night, 5 o'clock you packed up. 4, 5 o'clock you packed up.
Came back,
Took a flight,
9,
came
10
back,
hours in
and we were in
Bombay.
Mehndi.
I slept till 4. And then I was given a call time of ready at 7. So I'm taking my, suddenly our wedding manager, Asa, I was like, चलो क्या कर रहे हो 6 बजे हमने 6 बजे 7 बजे बोला था नहीं 6 बजे करना है 6 बजे करना है And 6 बजे को 10 मिनट बाकी और मैं कच्छे में बैठा हूँ okay and I'm like how do you no come on Prateik come on
No, we
but that's
got
how
a good team and we got an all
we-
women's team and I was
Yeah.
pretty sure
but
about
you know
that
that's how
also, that I wanted
that's how everything got done.
Yeah.
Thanks to us and her
No,
and,
you know,
and this
honestly-
woman army. We're like, no, next, come on,
I've
we have to get done
realized so
next.
much
Time
after-
waste नहीं करना. ये बिल्कुल नहीं चाहिए. ये photo नहीं चाहिए. I
Boss
wanna-
women.
Boss women.
So
Boss women army.
I
Yeah.
think with me, I've realized that women can get things done faster than men.
Absolutely.
As much as
Oh,
people
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Men are stuck
Yeah,
in
yeah.
their own egos. Like team mein especially, if there's 5 men working together, na apna ego.
I've
apna
always
kuch
had
nahi hoga.
more fun working with women in
Women.
any team that I have.
Always.
Like they've stuck around as friends. Like
Yeah.
I have more women friends from the profession
Yeah.
than
Men.
male
Men
friends.
are, and unfortunately, it's just a random gender. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
No, but no,
I'll be like boycotted by
Oh,
men.
cancel.
It's okay.
no,
I'm
no.
not very scared.
I agree.
So I was
We
like,
are
I want to
extremely
make
random.
sure. In fact, I wanted
We're
to.
so random. Of course, I agree. Why would you get cancelled? I'm saying it as a man. We're the most random gender
They don't know what they
created.
want half the time.
We don't know what the hell we're doing.
But hear this out. I wanted the Panditji
We're
also
just
to
doing.
be
A woman.
But we didn't get, because I was too last minute and she was supposed to come from Delhi and there was some issues there. And we were just like, damn, only if that happened, our whole team would actually be a female team.
Did you do a Bengali wedding also?
No, we did a Hindu
wedding,
normal
yeah.
wedding. And also because we are spiritual, we're not very religious people.
No, but
you know?
I feel when you celebrate maybe 5 years, 10 years, 5 years mein kar lo because jaldi hoga na mujhe dekhna hai. I think you should do that as a Bengali wedding.
I would love. In fact, a lot of people from his family wanted like.
Yeah,
his
yeah.
Masis
They
and
wanted
It'll
to
be
see her as a
amazing.
Bengali bride.
Topor
Yeah, I
and
wanted
topor and
it.
good and
It
everything.
was-
Maybe an anniversary weekend.
It was
we do it.
part of one of the ideas.
But it was if
It
he
was-
wasn't around, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want to get it done with our closest friends
Yeah.
and our closest
Yeah.
family, and
Yeah.
and then we had a lot of places where we yahan karte hai, wahan karte hai,
Yeah,
we were planning on
wow.
booking some place. And then everything was also sorted with everything.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
yeah.
got the same team. We're like, location koi bhi kar lo, hum kar denge, not a problem. And we figuring it out. When I literally, I knew that this house was meant for him and his mother, right? She wanted to live her life
With him, yes.
with him in that
She
house.
wanted to
And that home was
bring me
actually
up as a single mother. Huh?
bought
Yeah. Yes.
for him. So I was like, you know what? This is her dream. This
Yeah.
house. Why? And she's not here with us. But if we do it here, at least we feel that she's with us, right?
And I saw this.
It was a beautiful full circle moment. It really was
And,
one of the most
I think-
one of the most. Yeah, it really was a beautiful.
It just felt like she was around.
full circle.
And can I tell you
Absolutely.
something
Beautiful
weirdly?
person.
Every single 42 people who were there mentioned that we felt her around. She was there.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful. Everyone, I'm not kidding.
That's so-
Everyone came to me saying, his mom was around.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Everybody stayed because
They
had
could
to.
feel the energy.
People
They
wanted
really
to
The
could.
love.
stay. When we
And
were
the
like, let's
fe-
go to the
and
after party.
specifically during the fairas, if you remember.
Everybody felt it. Everybody mentioned, including
During-
Nidhi
during-
or
during-
whoever.
during the
It was
fairs,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody saying the same thing every 2-3 minutes.
And
they
they all
felt
they
it.
were all welled up and I felt your mom. I felt she was there.
Everybody said that, and we were like, and I was like, mission accomplished.
Yes.
I was like, this is
Absolutely.
exactly. And then after that, usually what happens, wedding after parties, drinking. People were like, we had an after party somewhere else, and people didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
People were
Wow.
like, can you
It's
stay
beautiful,
here
yeah,
longer?
it's
And
beautiful.
every single person.
And it's not like it's a humongous house with 10,000 rooms.
and I wanted
it's a
people
beautiful,
to-
humble little apartment,
and I wanted people to want to be there.
Yeah.
It was
And
just,
not invited.
It's
to
always
shakal
about the
dikha ke aa jate.
emotion.
it was the
more
emotion,
than
it was the
anything
energy,
else.
And
it
not
was-
who you're
it was
wearing,
also
what
the-
you're.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But
you know.
listen, hey, we did pretty good at that too. Though.
You did fab. Listen, I think when I see videos and pictures, of course, I feel a little more sad for myself, but I also feel very, very happy for all of you.
He
But
looked very I loved his outfit, dude. Yay!
which is your favorite moment from the wedding, if
Where-
I may ask?
Where I am crying and holding her and crying. It was a moment.
I think mine is when I was walking in.
I couldn't
This
control. I
one.
couldn't
Yeah.
control my
I love
tears.
that.
I couldn't.
I love
couldn't. And I was holding her so tight. I think I squeezed the hand.
Yeah, he was
too
holding me the
hard.
whole time. He was like,
I think I was shaking a little bit also. I was a bit, it was just.
This is such a beautiful.
I love it. And that's what we wanted, even with the photographers. We were like, capture moments. We don't want to pose. We don't just be around, capture moments. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. I love that. So nice. Everything was so.
She cried too. I made her cry.
Yes, that's very.
This is
good.
the
I cried.
Mehndi?
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted it simple.
This is the day I arrived in the morning.
This is the day he landed. He
Literally.
landed without any sleep. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the.
Wow. Wow. No, when love meets its culmination, anybody who would love you for who you are and who genuinely have love and concern and care for you
Yeah.
will always wish you well. They will come and celebrate that love story.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
And I think it's like marriage, weddings, it's like a business for most
Yeah.
people, right? Shosha, this, that,
Yeah.
concert,
Yeah.
brand, photos, lene.
True.
And every person who have attended that wedding has said, this is the best feeling. More than this is the best wedding, they said, this is the best feeling we've had being in a wedding.
But listen,
that meant-
also with all due respect, and everyone's wedding was an equally awesome wedding and an absolute party. But I would like to mention that a lot of people told us it was the best wedding they've ever been to.
Yes.
But it's felt
I'm sure
But
all the
because
weddings
it
are
felt
awesome, but
personal.
It's personal. It
Yeah.
felt
It was
like they were a
personal.
part of, everybody was a part of everything.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was
Yeah.
involved in the
That's
wedding.
the
Everybody
best.
was around us.
And when you say it, it's 555 the
Kya
time.
baat
So
hai.
imagine.
Me too.
I just believe in all this. I know.
Me too.
we all do. Oh, now you do.
Yeah. See.
He's like,
No,
after
angel numbers and angels.
You
I
did.
Yeah,
always-
it's genuinely we're speaking about people and you're
It's-
speaking about the
yes.
wedding and you know it's
it always
weird.
happens.
Tell me who all are there in this
Okay,
picture.
so that is my dad on the left.
Mom,
Yes.
Mom, dad. Then his two
My-
Masis.
my
His oldest
mo-
Masi
mom's
and his
sisters.
youngest Masi.
My
Mom's two sisters.
So you know when you had family around, I have seen one picture of you with her mother.
Yes.
Which is one of this picture.
Yes.
It
It's
is
so
a
cute.
happy picture. They're
It's-
just laughing.
yeah.
It's so cute. I
We
love this picture.
yeah, we're probably laughing about. We're probably laughing at her.
And my mom, my
We're
mom
probably
always
laughing.
wanted a son, so I think for her it's like he's filled that void. No
Yes.
matter what he does, she's like, Prateik can't do this. That is it.
So the lines are drawn,
And
like the
he
loyalties
has-
have shifted.
Yeah, and he has figured it out. When we have a fight, now he calls my parents. and I'm calling
I
your
am
dad.
left with
I am
no
calling
choice.
your dad, and I'm like, why are you calling my dad? Like what?
I'm left with no choice.
What are the things that you fight
Listen,
on?
you Bengalis.
He's like,
Okay.
I'm very hyper.
You Bengalis. We just have we must bow down. Otherwise, otherwise,
very-
Otherwise you're like Ma Kali.
otherwise
Like your
life
tattoo.
becomes kind of difficult. So
Thanks for making me.
We are a little argumentative.
We are very argumentative. As a breed.
yeah,
Especially.
As
like-
a breed, we're
you know, I feel like
I'm just
with you
imagine-
with due respect,
I can totally imagine him in a Kali avatar now.
full. I'm telling you, with
Dude.
due respect to every culture, I love every culture, but I'm speaking from my own experiences of being a Bengali boy raised by a Bengali woman. My dad and my brother are very similar, and I'm exactly like my mom. So the problem is that I feel that you're right. Like I have that energy where you know I'm sweet, everything,
but
but you can't
listen.
mess.
I'm also teasing you.
No,
guys
I
a
know,
little-
of course.
a little
And we
bit.
take it with full
Sometimes
acceptance.
he'll be like, are you related to Mamta Banerjee? Just because I'm Banerjee? Like,
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. We fight for good things.
Yeah,
We've never.
We always do.
Even though we have, you
Like,
know,
the thing is that at home, you've always been given the power to have a voice.
Yes.
You could be right or
women
wrong.
have that
Yes.
power.
But
Yes.
Yeah.
you're given that voice
Yes,
and you're
my-
heard.
My home also.
Yeah.
My home also. My
Yeah.
my.
Also, I got lucky because honestly, there's not many men I've met in India who are like him. I'll
Yeah.
be very honest. They're very patriarchal. They don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about young boys. Young boys
Yeah.
who are in their early 30s, late 20s. Extremely patriarchal. They
Yeah.
don't realize it because they are raised like that.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that he is raised. First of all, he's his mom's son.
Yeah.
Second of all, the people who raised him,
His
his nana and nani,
Yeah.
were extremely matriarchal as well. In a way,
Yes.
they had 3 strong daughters.
Listen,
Liberal.
Liberal.
they had
Very liberal.
the person we revere today for what she stood up for comes from her conditioning, which is from your nana and nani.
Exactly.
I completely respect them.
And they raised him.
Wedding was such a beautiful moment, and I've seen your interviews. I'm going to ask you this: when there are trolls happening, and when your name gets pulled in, okay, does it affect you more? When
1000%.
things are said that when you are blamed for something possibly you wouldn't have even done,
1000%.
does it get to you and you?
It gets to me. It really.
It gets to me when it gets to him.
It
Otherwise,
really,
I don't
It
care.
really gets to me. I don't. Listen, there's stuff been written about me
All of life.
for years, all my life. So that doesn't affect me. But someone's being thrown under the bus because of me is something that really riles me up. I was really affected recently from a bunch of interviews I gave and you know people commenting,
troll.
sure, and trolling or whatever, and commenting about her and my mother, and that's something that really affected me, and it does. because
That's the society, no? You always catch the
Unfortunately.
woman, right?
Woman is always considered the biggest
Unfortunately.
villain.
Like, look at it now. For example, very random example. Actually, not random because it's Anushka and Virat we spoke about. Anushka was a villain in Virat's life for a very long time. Today, if तुम लोग reel लगा रहे हो, oh, Anushka's romantic song डाल रहे हो, goals, couple this. I remember.
Bang on.
And I knew Anushka and I knew Virat. And I'm telling this because these guys had trolled left, right, and
No.
center.
Let's be very clear because I wrote it in my post. You go and see today's
Yeah.
post. I said because we judged her and because she apparently was the reason when Virat was not performing. Today, credit her that RCB won because of Anushka.
They will
If
not do that.
India was losing because of Anushka, then today RCB has won because of Anushka.
Anushka.
Why aren't you saying that?
They will not
We are
say that.
celebrating the love story. I wrote it.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
true.
क्या बात
I
है,
am
क्या बात है,
fully
क्या बात
stand against it because I'm like, buddy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a
हद में
woman.
रहो. और
Absolutely. Hypocrisy मत
और बोलना नहीं चाहिए बट अभी तो थोड़ा जमाना बदल रहा है पर फिर भी उतना नहीं बदला
मेरी लोग है।
जहाँ पे औरतों को they are not blamed for anything
They will be
left
only
and
blamed if the guy has a downfall.
Yeah.
Not only Anushka and Virat, for example, when this whole, some woman is getting divorced from a cricketer.
Yeah.
It's always a woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did this. Please go look at what the guy doing.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea
Absolutely.
this person you worship, what he's capable of?
Yeah.
No, because the society, unfortunately, is such a hero worshipper.
hero worship.
It's
but
a
you
hero
you never got affected with any of this like
no, I got affected when I saw him getting affected. I didn't care. And I told him this, that, you know what? If people think that I am that woman who can brainwash a 38-year-old guy who has his own
Who's so mature and
who
intelligent.
has lived his own life, who's done his own shit, I'm going to come and be like, yeah, तुम ये करो और वो सुन रहा है मतलब
तुम में तो बहुत power है.
मुझ में तो बहुत power है यार. I am so freaking. I was like, people think I'm capable of this. I took credit. I was like, wow, people think you're whipped. Wow, I'm good at this then.
Yeah.
Of course it wasn't. It's all his decision. It's
Yeah.
his life, right?
Absolutely.
But this is what people don't see.
and
But
honestly you're allowed to make decisions about your life
Sure,
like
absolutely.
100%. It's
are.
his life.
We all are. We listen. We're getting old, and we want, all of us, I think, want to make our lives as uncomplicated as
And
possible,
peaceful.
and peaceful, and real, and if that means filtering out things that consume you, and then you must. We have to filter.
And I
out-
told him, like, be
we have to
honest and
filter
speak
out the
about who you
negativity.
are. Like, be.
Filter out the negativity. We're not getting any younger. This world is it's catching up too fast.
yeah
और ये दिखावा
you know.
बहुत है इस दुनिया में. And that's one
बिल्कुल.
I've realized that even in families, दुनिया के लिए दिखाते हो हम सब साथ हैं. Most of the people are quite bitter amongst each other. They don't speak. And I don't understand that kind of lifestyle. Fake.
because you don't come from it
Maybe because I don't come from it.
same
Right?
same I,
So
I
maybe that's
totally
why I could
understand.
give him a perspective that सब कुछ कैमरा के लिए नहीं होता है.
हाँ
अपनी जिंदगी, अपने boundaries, अपनी
it's
life
true
बहुत जरूरी है.
I totally accept and agree with what you said because sometimes everybody doesn't have a really fond relationship with their loved ones
They don't.
I always consider it as a privilege in my life मेरे मम्मी पापा ने मेरे लिए कोई घर बंगला गाड़ी कुछ नहीं रखे पर मुझे I have always grown up to see that much love, okay?
Yes.
So I have never felt like I always say that even when I'm joking that I don't have a partner, मेरी जिंदगी में मोहब्बत की कमी भले ही रहे, but प्यार की कमी कभी रही ही नहीं है,
Exactly.
you know. And I see that when my friends speak about their troubled relationship with possibly their parents, what happens is I somewhere feel bad that I can't even help you because for me to fathom what you're going through, it's impossible because I
But you
can't.
can help. You can tell
I
them-
can, but
yeah.
when they are saying something, for me, I again can't say anything and I'll try to control my friend only, na? And no, they're your parents, don't say it.
Yeah. But, see,
But
that's when
then
you
again,
need
I'm
to-
stopping them.
Yeah,
You're
need to
understanding?
break the
Yeah.
toxic
That's what I'm
cycle.
saying. Ki
It's
I'm
very
doing
important.
unknowingly, I'm doing wrong.
Yes.
Because I'm coming from my conditioning. I'm accepting
Yes.
it. That's why it's difficult. You
Yeah.
talk to me about anything else, I'm okay. But that's where I would
Yeah.
draw
See,
the
with
line.
me, it's always been about breaking conditioning.
Absolutely.
And I've been like that since I was a kid. Now, I don't know why I'm like that because my parents are very conditioned. My mom
Yeah.
is very like, BA, bacha, this,
Ah.
that. That whole loke ki bolbe and what are people thinking. My parents are very much like that. Don't get me wrong, looking at me, that my parents are very liberal. They're not. They are pretty
I mean,
conservative.
they are
They're-
also.
No,
Yeah.
because they didn't have an option. They
They're
lived
very-
in Canada.
they're very chilled out, yeah.
Liberal compared to the Bengalis maybe here,
Yeah.
yes, of course. But they still had their set of conditioning. When I was living in with him, they were not very happy about
They
it.
weren't, yeah.
They were very unhappy about it. And they were constantly like, to be a kabi korbi, be a kabi korbi. And I was like, And then I would give him examples of him and many other people around me getting a divorce, saying that you want me to rush things and end up like that.
It's better not to.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
I didn't want to rush things. And I've never fallen for the conditioning. So every time I feel like people also stuck in a toxic situation, I tend to tell them that maybe you are chosen to break that toxicity.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
Yeah.
Don't allow what your dad allowed with your dad, their
Yeah.
dad. It's somebody has to always be there breaking that generational toxicity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But when you said BA Kobe Korbi, what are the other? Are you guys also planning to start a family anytime soon?
I mean, no.
We have one.
We have two.
You have
We
two.
have one. We have
How can you forget
two
both?
big babies.
We have big
Inshallah. If
Apart from those two babies, who I am possibly going to meet very, very soon.
yes,
Yes.
you are.
We haven't, honestly, again, he's such an, which is something I've also recently realized when my parents or people talk about babies. He's always given me the liberty and the independence to be like, listen, I want a child, I've never had a family and all of that, but it's your body.
Yeah.
You're going to go through this change, and it's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
I've seen my friends pregnant. I've seen people go through it. It's all beautified in the world and social media.
It's also the
but
post-pregnancy, which
people don't
nobody
speak about
it.
Which
Yeah.
I'm aware of because I know people around me. I've had,
It's
personal-
romanticized too
Yeah.
much.
romanticized
much.
Too much
It's
for,
roman-
and
I
it's not fair
feel-
for the women. It's really not
It's
fair.
really
for,
not, and I've
it's
seen a
not
lot
fair
of people
for the
suffer
women.
it post. But again,
It's really
the moment
not
there's a
fair for
camera
the
or a
women.
family member, they're like, "Oh, this is the happiest moment of my life." When I'm actually like, it's really not. You're suffering. You're struggling.
But
why-
বাড়ি থেকে কোনো pressure নেই.
বাড়ি থেকে কোনো pressure নেই। কোনো pressure নেই। My parents
Did
are
you
very-
understand what I said?
No, 1 second.
Say
Pressure,
it.
pressure from the parents.
Oh my God!
Ah.
I think by the time we both meet him for the third or fourth time,
I
we'll-
can understand 60-70%.
No, you will start speaking also.
Yeah.
नहीं यार.
কথা বলতেও শিখে যাবে একদম
শিখে
ফটফট
যাবে।
বাংলা।
ये तो नहीं कभी जिंदगी में नहीं बोल पाऊंगा मैं.
When I
ये.
speak Bengali, he goes like, huh?
Because we speak fast.
We speak very fast.
Yeah.
I speak very fast.
But you do want to have a family someday.
100%.
I would love to have a family. I would love to be. I would love to be that institution for my child that I never had.
Yes, how
you know.
sweet.
And I think that is his particular reason.
That's my reason.
Yeah.
That's my only
He
reason.
wants to
That
get that
I just
family.
I want to be. I want to step up and be the best parents with my wife. For the child, whenever the child. I mean, now we are for our beautiful dogs. But
Yeah.
If ever that was. That's.
And
I
you
want
make
to.
a great
I
dad,
want to
trust
be
me.
there.
I
Absolutely.
know
Good
that.
you
And in
have.
fact, I've told him
I
that,
wanna be a
I'm not
good
maternal.
dad. I
Even
wanna
though I
be
come from a maternal society, I'm not a kid person. And I'm like, that's okay. Women should be allowed to say that, right?
Yeah,
Again, I'm
sure.
very like,
Whenever you both need to go on a holiday, I'm
Yeah.
a very kids person.
I'll
by
adopt.
the- please, I am the walking, talking creche for
I'll
my
adopt
for
Nayan.
my for my friends.
Yeah.
That I would happily take care. I have too many. Like I'm waiting to be a godparent to too many people. I know I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
be a
will give you the
godparent to
kid.
so many because I love
Maybe
kids.
that was your
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
To be a godparent.
Absolutely. I'm happy
One
with
of
that.
the purposes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But on that note, I want to tell you this that, I actually would agree that you would be an amazing parent because some people who has seen a lot of complications in their life, there are two ways you can be. You can either be bitter or you will be a better version of yourself. When you saw complications in love, you became a better version of yourself. When you saw complication in your familial kind of patterns, I know that you will be a much, much better version of yourself as a dad.
I know what not to do.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And on that note, thank you for this wonderful chat. Honestly, it never felt like a chat, and I
know.
genuinely
Really didn't. Really didn't.
I love you both, and I've said
We
this.
love you.
वो हम लोगों ने अचानक से recording चालू किया था, तो मैं वापस बोल देता हूँ. But I genuinely feel that both of you complement each other the best.
thank you.
भाड़ में जाए दुनिया. I think what matters is what you guys share with each other and what your exact
Thank you, Nayan.
close ones who you have kept in your boundary line feel for both of you, and nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Everything else is noise.
Everything else is noise. That's so
Absolutely.
true. And I say that to him all the time. They don't care about
आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर चॉकलेट और सारी
everything good.
और-
Mishti.
और
Mishti
सब-
though,
सब- all the mishti
all the mishtis of the. He has a massive sweet tooth. So he's
Yes.
lucky he's married to a Bengali because my parents keep giving him sweet and I don't like sweet. He loves
Lovely.
Yes.
So you've also given him 1 point. No,
Yeah.
never mind, you will understand when we
Yeah.
play the games.
Oh,
But thank
games.
you, because only when we play the games will you get a chance to win this
The
amazing hamper, the Korean skincare
It's
hamper.
coming to me.
Dude,
I have a feeling it could go to him also.
Yeah, but dude, घूम फिर के वही जाना
वही
है।
जाएगा, but you will also start. No, you have to start somewhere.
अगर
This is
कैमरा पे मैं जीत जाऊंगा।
this is the easiest.
That's it.
When I will
Yes.
show you, you will understand it's the easiest. White Glow Korean Skincare by Rohit Khimka is India's futuristic skincare brand. White Glow aims at bridging the geographical distance between India and South Korea. Its viral products, whether it's the overnight biocollagen face mask or the turmeric and kojic acid cleansing pads, are to die for and shows everything with the first use. I have been using them and you can see the glow on my face.